Iran has strongly condemned the re-imposition of United Nations sanctions on its nuclear program, labeling them unjustifiable after talks with Western powers collapsed. The sanctions triggered under the snapback mechanism targets Iran's nuclear and missile activities. Tehran vows to defend its rights as the sanctions hit Iran's economy hard. Many fear the country could face even greater isolation. Here's more.
Iran has condemned the reimposition of United Nations sanctions on its nuclear program, calling it unjustifiable after talks with Western powers collapsed and Israel and US targeted Iranian nuclear sites. The sanctions, which affect Iran's nuclear and ballistic missile activities, were reactivated after Western powers triggered the snapback mechanism under the 2015 nuclear deal. Tehran vowed to defend its rights and interests, asserting that sanctions are legally baseless.
The Islamic Republic of Iran considers the implementation of the snapback mechanism and the reinstatement of sanctions resolution to be illegal. We declare that if any country attempts to take action against Iran based on these illegal resolutions, it will face a reciprocal and serious response from Iran, and the 3 European countries that initiated this illegal action will also witness our reaction.
The snapback mechanism, which will affect Iran's nuclear activities under the 2015 nuclear deal, has restored 6 resolutions from 2006 to 2010. An arms embargo, ban on uranium enrichment and reprocessing, a ban on launches and other activities with ballistic missiles capable of delivering nuclear weapons as well as ballistic missile technology transfer, a targeted global asset freeze and travel ban on Iranian individuals and entities, authorization for countries to inspect Iran air cargo and Islamic Republic of Iran shipping line cargoes for banned goods. While the sanctions mark the end of tense negotiations, Western leaders maintain that diplomatic channels remain open. EU diplomat Kaja Kallas and US Secretary of State Marco Rubio urged Iran to engage in direct talks for a peaceful solution. Israel, which bombed Iran's nuclear sites during a brief conflict in June, hailed the UN sanctions as a major development. The reimposition of sanctions follows Iran's rejection of a US offer to surrender its enriched uranium stockpile in exchange for a temporary reprieve. Despite opposition from Russia and China, the sanctions took effect after an attempt to delay them failed. Iran's economy, already under strain, is expected to suffer further as the rial hits a record low against the dollar. While some Iranians criticize the government's refusal to make concessions in negotiations, others worry about further economic isolation.
Will be ruined. Ordinary people really might not be able to live the way they do now. You know, when the price of everything rises, the salaries that the government pays won't be enough for wage earners to manage their lives.
Prices are already crushing people, and now imports will become harder, exports practically non-existent, and the problems will multiply.
The sanctions, initially frozen in 2015, were reinstated after the US withdrew from the nuclear deal under President Trump. While Iran insists it seeks a peaceful nuclear energy, the West remains concerned about its potential nuclear weapons ambitions. Rabindra Chauhan's report for DD India.